The Calgary Police Service Vice Unit has laid charges related to a child pornography against a man who is currently in custody. Earlier this year, an operation was initiated to investigate allegations that a man was procuring women to work as escorts. After a 2-month investigation, police arrested and charged the man. Jeremy Wayne Broker, 32 years of age, was charged with several offenses, including impersonation, procuring, living off the avails, and extortion. Subsequent search warrants executed on computer equipment has led to additional charges. Broker has now been charged with 2 counts each of possession of child pornography and accessing child pornography. Broker is originally from Michigan, but was living in Victoria, BC at the time of the alleged offenses. The Calgary Police Service would like to thank the Victoria Police Department, Alert Southern Alberta Internet Child Exploitation Team, and the Canada Border Services Agency for their assistance in this investigation. That's it from my prepared statement.
Staff, can you tell us how lengthy of an investigation was this?
The initial investigation was 2 months, and subsequent follow-up started in February when we executed several search warrants, and the child pornography charges were laid approximately 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. And how did this case come to light initially?
Initially, we had a victim come forward to the Calgary Police Service and make some allegations, which was forwarded to the Calgary Police Service Vice Unit.
So just want to get into, he was from Michigan, living in Victoria. Where does the Calgary connection come in besides the victim? Why are you guys involved?
Well, the victim came forward to the Calgary Police Service, and we initiated the investigation using our law enforcement partners with Victoria and the Canada Border Services Agency.
Was it a case of luring the victim or anything like that, or?
No.
Staff, how difficult are these types of investigations where there are more than one investigation or more than one police service involved?
You know, over the course of my career, I think the cooperation has greatly improved between law enforcement agencies, and in this particular instance, we had nothing but great cooperation from law enforcement agencies. So no, there was no issues at all.
Anything else?
Well, I'm still trying to get my head around the Calgary connection. So maybe just talk about that. What is the Calgary connection to this?
Well, the Calgary connection is that the victim came forward to the Calgary Police Service Vice Unit. We initiated the investigation and felt that we were in the best position to initiate the investigation and lead it with the assistance of other agencies.
So does that mean he was in Calgary at that time, or he was in custody at the time in Alberta, or?
We believe Mr. Broker had a connection to Calgary, and the victims did as well.
So where was he actually arrested, Staff?
He was arrested at the Calgary International Airport.
Leaving, coming?
Coming back to Calgary.
Great. And only the one victim come forward, or through the investigation has there been have there been more victims?
Yeah, after the initial investigation, additional victim came forward, and we're certainly looking for any other individuals that have information on Mr. Broker to contact the Calgary Police Service.
So how was he doing this in Calgary? Was it at a location somewhere, or can you tell me where all this stuff was taking place?
Well, generally, when you're procuring women into the sex trade industry, you're setting up dates in hotel rooms and going to restaurants and things of that nature.
So how many different charges were actually laid, Staff?
Well, I can't give you an exact number. At least a dozen. Originally, and then plus the 4 relating to child pornography.
Can you give us the age of the people who came forward and gender?
The first victim was 18, and I believe the other one was older than 18 years of age. So I don't have this specific age.
Were there any threats made to these women in terms of trying to get them recruited into the prostitution?
There's certainly threats made, and that's why we're alleging the extortion charges.
So the child pornography charges came as a sidebar to the initial complaints?
That's correct. Yeah. Once we had Mr. Broker in custody, we continued on the investigation, and our evidence led us to search computers in his possession, which led us down the road of child pornography.
Do you have any idea how long he was in Calgary? Was he here for an extended time?
We haven't been able to determine that. Mr. Broker has not been cooperative with the Calgary Police Service.
Huh.
Is he associated with any organized crime or anything like that?
Well, we don't believe he's associated with any organized crime at this point.
Huh. And so, I'm sorry if I missed it, the age of Mr. Broker?
Mr. Broker is now 32 years of age.